Okay, friends and family from all around the world, welcome to Fur Rondy 2022 live coverage, official live coverage of the Fur Rondy World Championship right here in downtown Anchorage. You can see the streets are all filling up. We've got just 3 minutes and 15 seconds to the first team starting. That's going to be Buddy Streeper from Canada. So in 3 minutes, the race starts. That gives you time right now to share the feed, get some of your friends watching, get folks to be downtown with us, and I'll give you a little look around here, downtown Anchorage, 4th Street. Here's our race marshal, Janet Clark, coming to the line. Our Anchorage Fire Department is ready to receive teams right there. You can see Buddy Streeper's team is ready to move into the first slot. We have our crowd in from all over the place. Looking good here, you guys. Welcome to 4th, the front row. Appreciate that. Over here. Here we go. Yeah, welcome to the front row seats. Here comes the first team up to the line. We still have 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Buddy Streeper going for another Fur Rondy title. He has won many times in the last 12 years. I think his total right now is up to 9. And he is sometimes alternating with his wife, Lena, who's right here up front with their daughter. Let's get ready to Rondy. 2 minute warning. There's those lead dogs. This is a very, very highly trained team right here, folks. Very fast sled dogs. Very fast sled dogs. Here comes Buddy right here. And there he is. Giving his daughter a kiss. Hi. Yeah, there we go. Handlers are all helping out. 1 minute, folks. 1 minute. Anchorage Fire Department anchoring the sled, volunteering. There's all the firefighters from the structure department here. Really grateful for their help. They hold the team at the blue line because if this team gets moving, there's some trouble there. Cost Buddy the race. Here's our awesome vet crew, keeping all the dogs safe. Looking great. All right, 30 seconds, folks. This is about to light up here on 4th Ave. We skipped the race last year because of the pandemic. We're back on 4th. There we go. There goes Buddy Streeper, defending champion. It's official. 4th Ave is alive and well with the dog team for the first time in 2 years. He's crossing the road right there. Doesn't look like there's that much snow on that little crossing there, but now he's on and going. Buddy Streeper. And a big shout out to Ed Streeper, who's on the radio. Right on. All the dogs here are AKC. All right, this is JP Norris, folks. Team number 2 is in the chute.
JP's rookie year was in 1970. His dad, the legendary Earl Norris, Stuart Gatton and Gareth Wright are his mentors. He says never to have to get off the sled. That's his goal. He's at the line right now at the age of 73. Our next musher coming up.
Look at those beautiful sled dogs. This is JP Norris from Willow, Alaska, owner of Underdog Feeds. Beautiful looking sled dogs.
And JP running right behind Blaine Street with 17 dogs out front.
Look at those happy lead dogs right there. Stay focused now. Hi guys. Hi. Hi. So this is not a sprint team of your typical hound husky cross. This is more of your Siberian sprint team or faster Alaskan sprint team. They're beautiful dogs. A little thicker coat than a lot of the dogs you'll see today. 15 seconds.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! JP Norris out there from Alaska with the AKC Registered Siberian Husky team.
All right, JP Norris, team number 2. Remember, the way you follow the race is you tune into radio. I've got the instructions in the post there. Go ahead and tune in the radio. Listen to Mike Ford, Ned Streeper commentate, and give you the checkpoint times. So that's how you do the Rondy. You watch the start here and the finish here, and then you listen to the radio. Here's our royalty. There's our royalty looking great. Let's see all the crowds here. Look at this scene. Just a beautiful scene here. 36 degrees about, but the trail has been good all year, and with a very good base, it's still very fast. The dog teams will be able to hook down, and it's all covered. So we are in good shape, even though it's been warm lately.
1 minute at the line.
How exciting, folks. Hans Gotz here from Whitehorse, running 18 dogs. Hans is an Iditarod musher and an open class musher with the same dog team. So again, these are more Alaskan Huskies here. He's got 18 of them. About 30 seconds here. There you go. He can leave now. Nice job, Anchorage Fire Department, holding that 18-dog team. That'll be the longest dog team of the day for sure. Now tomorrow he doesn't have to start with the same dogs, all 18. He can pick out of them, but he can't add new dogs. So that's open class mushing. When you leave for this 25-mile race all through the town parks and streets and bridges and trails, your dogs get tired. You can't just drop them off. You need to be putting them in your sled and carrying them. All right, Wendy, Calais, team next, bib number 4. Here's a little bit of a rundown so you can see your start order right there. There's your start order, folks. I did borrow Eddie Streeper's list from upstairs. That's why it says Eddie on there. So again, listen to the radio and you'll hear them talk about these teams. Right now we're on bib number 4. All right, Wendy Calais running again out of Fairbanks. There she is, looking good, bib number 4. If you do have a favorite musher, go ahead and leave your comments for them right here.
JP Norris has made
All right. So here we go.
It's the grand slam to win it all.
Look at that. Geir returning from his 2020 run here. Good to have Guy and his family back. He thanks his wife as his #1 sponsor. That's a beautiful love story here. Right, Guy Girard, look at that, coming up calmly, checking his dog team about a minute before he starts. There he is with his wife. He's giving a little special pep talk. Those lead dogs are crucial in this race. They have to navigate a lot of unknowns. There's hikers and skiers and loose dogs out on the 25 miles. There's bridges, tunnels. It's a wild run, and these dogs have to have heads of steel to keep that race focus. Oftentimes, Rondy teams train with distractions. They train with scarecrows on their trail, and they train with music in their yards. They train to represent life in a city so that their dogs are a little more conditioned. And once a dog knows what they're getting into, they're happy to run through it. Yeah, like you guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Nice job, Geek.
25 racing dogs in his kennel, 14 now running today. This is Dave Turner from Fairbanks, Alaska, 51 years old, 44 dogs in the kennel.
All right, this route leaves downtown Anchorage on 4th Ave. Greater Anchorage Incorporated and the Public Works of Anchorage coordinate with the club to close down the roads and do these amazing crossings. It's one of the most well-coordinated sled dog races on planet Earth, leaving downtown Anchorage every year at noon, 1 week before Iditarod on Friday. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday race. So the total time will be added up, and that team with the lowest time after 3 full days, that's your winner. That's why this race is so challenging. Your dogs can't be consistent just one day and run a nice race. They have to do it again and again. So it's a very wonderful experience for a well-conditioned team. They often come out stronger in the end. There's Dave Turner, Racing Chaos out of Fairbanks, good friend of mine. Dave works really hard throughout the year. His dog team has a lot of social time with tourists. They do Aurora Borealis tours in Fairbanks. They get to see a lot of people, happy dogs, right? Are you happy dogs? You look pretty happy to me.
30 seconds.
Yeah! Nice job, Dave.
Goes checkpoint, so he's moving along quite well. Our next musher coming up behind Dave Turner. We're looking for Frank Haberman with 14 dogs out front from Clam Gulch, Alaska, 61 years of age. Second time running in the Rondy, 17th in 2020. He's a physician by occupation.
There goes Dave Turner heading down 4th Ave. Again, if you want to know where the teams are on the route, you tune into the radio, CBS Sports. I've got all that information in the post for this feed. So turn your radio streaming to the AM or FM, and then you'll be able to hear the checkpoint times and commentary from Mike Ford and Eddie Streeper. All right, so great to have you all here. Appreciate all the comments. Leave something for the mushers. They'll come back and read this. You are beautiful. Frank Haberman from Clam Gulch. Beautiful eyes. You can see how the dogs are marked with paint That's the marking. They have to have that on there tomorrow to start the race. Oh, look, he wants to try to go down the trail no matter what, right? just give me the trail.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Continue. Coming up next, this is Don Cousins.
Chat? Yeah. No way.
16 dogs out front for Don Cousins.
All right, Frank Haberman, bib number 7, down 4th Ave, looking good.
69 years old, 19th time running this race.
He's from Clam Gulch, Alaska. All right, next team in the bib. Look at those guys are fired up. There's the official time clock there in the background. That's moving up. Yep. KHAR Radio, Mike Ford and Ed Streeper doing the live commentary. That's really important. This is going to be Don Cousins, his 20th run here, folks. Don comes from Alberta, Crooked Creek. This is his 20th drive out to Alaska to be part of this Fur Rondy community. There's Don giving a little bit of advice to his handler for how to start those lead dogs off. Very happy team. All right, 15 seconds. Don Cousins.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Nice job, Don. Looking smooth, looking fast. 20th running for Don Cousins. Very, very, very proud of his dog team. He puts a lot of time in. He's put a whole life into this race. And there they go.
He has 18 dogs in his kennel, and today he has 15 of those out front. So this is Brent Beck.
All right. So if you're just joining us, you're about halfway through the first day of a 3-day World Championship here called the Fur Rondy Open Class World Championship Sled Dog Race. It started in the 1940s, right here in Anchorage. It's much older tradition than the Iditarod. Iditarod didn't start for 30 years after this race. This has been Alaska's race. This is where the village teams would come in out of the village. George Atla, Doc, and all the greats. Dunlaps, Norrises, Wrights, all those famous last names. Streeper, Ellis, Reynolds. This is the race of legends. You're watching this race from downtown Anchorage where the Mushing district has been established here. So eventually there'll be an arch over this area. Okay, here we go. There's that clap. There's our Brent Beck. He likes to do his... There's Brent, number 9, cheering on his team, getting them fired up. Wow! Nice little wheelie there at the start. Brent Beck, one of 2 Becks in the race from Yellowknife. Good luck, Brent. Bib number 9, we have 19 total teams here. We do have 6 rookie teams. Now in the Fur Rendezvous, rookies are generally very experienced mushers, but they haven't finished all 3 days. You need to be finishing all 3 days to be considered not a rookie. This is Alex Crittenden's team out of Wyoming. Bondurant, Wyoming. There's Alex right there talking to her lead dogs, getting them to calm down. Actually, Alex's handler, who looks like her. There's Alex. Alex was here 2 years ago. Her husband Sam's cheering her on, and her crew. 1 minute. Hi. Look at those beautiful eyes. There's Miriam, our neighbor and handler. Ah. Yeah. Alex Crittenden out of Wyoming right there. She just drove up. They had a really adventurous drive. Their heater and their truck went out. But being tough mushers and crossing Alberta, British Columbia, and the Yukon, they just put on their clothes. Looks like we had a little tangle right there. That can happen. Officials are helping out and should get the team straightened out. That can happen at those road crossings. They'll get that team sorted out. And then we have Michael Tetzner. He loves his green just like Buddy. And maybe he's got 18 dogs too. How you doing, Michael?
Thank you, my friend.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is the year. Wife in the house.
1 minute.
Ah, there we go. Okay, they're getting that tangle worked out. All right, and the trail ahead is clear. 30 seconds for Michael. Look how casually he walks back to his sled. Total professional. Traveled from Germany 2 months ago to start training in Anchorage. Lives in Germany. Giving Janet Clark, our race marshal, a hug. Here's our Anchorage Fire Department anchoring down Michael's sled.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Bib number 11, Michael Tetzner, day 1. Going for his first Fur Rondy championship. There's the first road crossing right there. And the race is 25 miles about. Ooh, his sled, he kind of came off a little bit there. Look at him recover. Nice recovery, Michael. Wow. There's a little soft kind of lip there, you can tell, folks. That's what happens, all conditions. Greg Taylor's up next, bid number 12. Greg and Ricky Taylor have been racing for years. Greg's family's down here. Greg's racing this year. Some years they alternate. We always love having the Taylor family out of Fairbanks. Beautiful dogs. Very well conditioned. This is a very classic sprint hound. So you're looking at a half Alaskan Husky and a half hound. That leads to a shorter coat and better adaptation for faster speeds. Yeah. All right, Greg Taylor, bib 12. There's Greg's wife right there. That's right on, Team Taylor. Cheer them on, folks. These mushers have put a full year of training into this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
There's that dog team moving. Let's see how he does on that first road crossing.
Lead Streeper, the defending champion. Marvin Cochran at the line next to North Pole, Alaska. 66. HP competitive, it says. His best finish was the second place. First Rondy.
Very smooth crossing for Greg. There's been a little glitch there now and then, but he looked great. Every part of this race is challenging. Every part. You got to get through the crowds. You got to get through the parks. You got to get through the tunnels. You got to go over the overpasses. Sometimes there's moose in the trail. Sometimes there's pet dogs. So please keep your pet dogs on leashes today if you're walking anywhere in Anchorage or in the trails. All right, Marvin Cochran. 28th running for Marvin. He's going to go visit each and every dog.
1 minute.
There you go. That's what a classy musher looks like, folks. Visited with each and every one of his dogs like that. Giving them all a little pat on the head. They've all been working hard to get here again. And the Teamsters 959 in Fairbanks and those folks supporting Marvin, we thank you. We love having Marvin here at the race. Wow, you guys are excited.
Which means he never completed this particular race.
Marvin Cochran is 28th time competing for the Rondy Open Class World Championship.
55 dog kennel.
The lowest combined time in 3 days wins the coveted first place. All the dogs have to come back with the musher. If they're tired, they have to be carried. No new dogs can start on day 2 or 3 of the race. Only dogs that started today. So there's your ground rules.
He has
2-minute intervals.
12 dogs out front. Rookie in this race.
All right, we have our first rookie up, Eric LeForce. He's been to the race before, but again, you have to finish all 3 days here. Eric's a very accomplished Canadian musher, very fast dogs. And yet, if you don't finish the race, you can't get rid of your rookie status. So, Eric LeForce, bib number 14. Welcome, people from Canada and race fans around the world. It's glad to have you here. We have several teams from Canada again this year, which is great. We love that our neighbors can come and bring their talents and their dogs. Look at that. They want to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Eric LeForce. There he is. So if you're cheering on Eric, it's bib number 14. KHAR Radio, CBS 590. Mike Ford, Eddie Streeper are narrating right now and all throughout the race each day.
This is Tony Blanford.
So tune into the radio to get your checkpoint times.
14 dogs in front of his team.
If you're lucky, you're in Anchorage like all these great folks right here from our How was it being on fourth for the race, you guys? Pretty nice seat? Look at that, right there. They're literally feet away from the race. Here we go. They're just 10 feet away. So if you come to Anchorage next year and you get here early, you can sit in one of these nice seats. People are lining the streets all the way down 4th Ave, both sides. This is a big community event here. We love having the dogs back on 4th Ave, and we love having you here with us. All right, Tony Blanford out of Anchorage running a Streeper team for the second time. Tony's here for redemption. He had a fall a couple years ago in his rookie year, so he's repeating his rookie year. And there's the Streeper crew helping out with their team. Lena, Buddy's wife, checking on the dogs, making sure they're good to go. There's Alva. There's Lena. All right, so Tony Blanford, bib number 15. Then we'll have 4 more teams. And these Streeper dogs are so well trained and conditioned. They train up in Fort Nelson. Terry and the whole crew work really hard. A very, very dedicated program.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, there goes Tony again. He's back for redemption.
Andrea Bond, our next
hoping he can finish a 25-mile day and get ready for tomorrow. That's a challenge in and of itself. Believe me, there's been people all over the world who have dreamed of being here on 4th, and they get here and have butterflies in their stomach and realize, oh my God, I've got to run through a city. And up hills and down hills and through parks. It builds character for humans and dogs, and it builds community. This is a tradition stretching back to the 1940s. This festival is a pre-spring festival as the light has come back. All right, so we have Andrea Bond right here and her husband, Gary Markley. Andrea wanted to give a shout out to her friends up in Salcha and Fairbanks who are their emotional support. This is her rookie year, but Greg has run this race many times. And they are just wonderful family. Greg's a pilot who moves cargo around Alaska, so thank you for your service there. And here we go. Andrea Bond, bid number 16, rookie year. Be great to have another female champion. Roxy Wright, our last female champion. It'd be great to have another one. Beautiful dogs.
10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
There she goes. Looking good.
Running down 4th Avenue.
Okay, so you might be asking, what happens when they start passing out there? Well, it's challenging. There's long dog teams and tight trails, and they have to work that out. So today's start order was determined on Wednesday night by a bib draw, and you get the number you draw out of the hat, and then you just have to deal with whatever situation comes your way. So passing is a part of all sled dog sports, none more important than in a sprint race, where every second counts. These finishes have come down to seconds in the past. This race takes at least 1 year to train for, if not 3, to get one team ready. And they're working all those months when there's no snow on the ground, doing dog care, socialization, conditioning. And then in the fall, as soon as the temperatures drop, they can really get into it.
1 minute.
But a lot of these folks groom their own trails and do all their own work. So it's a ton of effort. All right, we're looking at Brent Beck. Brent Beck, a rookie out of the Yellowknife Berry again. Bib number 17, so 2 more. Boy, that's a happy dog team, isn't it? Yeah. Whoa. They're all jumping around, getting excited.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
There they go. Lead dogs are off. There goes Brent Beck. His rookie year. His brother's out there in the race too. So if you want the Becks straightened up, Grant's bib number 17, and Brent is bib number 9.
Top 10 possible sponsors are Robert and Curtis Earhart, Three Bears Alaska.
We definitely are grateful to all the folks in downtown Anchorage who work for Public Works who helped this race. Those road crossing guards right there shutting off the streets, opening up streets, so much coordination. It's an incredible event. Plenty of snow this year. All right, this is a big moment. Carl Earhart, a very talented and strong firefighter. We've worked together for years. Love you too, good luck, man. And I'm really proud. Ever since I've known him, he's wanted to run this race. This has been something he's talked about for his whole life. And up in Tanana and Fairbanks, it takes everybody working together to get the dogs conditioned and fed. And it's just a big moment for all of us. I know we have a lot of firefighters from the state of Alaska who are cheering on Carl, our brother, who defends properties all over Fairbanks and interior and all over the United States and runs dogs with his wife, Jen. And there she is holding down the... So it's a big moment here for the Earhart family. And we give everybody a shout out from the Earharts who help each other carry on the family tradition. Here we go. Carl Earhart, rookie year. A lot of dogs in the line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, look at that. He is flying. All right, that's a big string of dogs there, folks. You can hear all the locals cheering for Carl. What a big moment.
Tommy Bird from South Saskatchewan, Canada. And 14 dogs out front for Tommy
And we do
Bird.
want to send a shout out to Jeff Barnhart's family. He passed away last year. He was a very, very special part of the Rondy announcing community and mushing community. He's not on the radio this year. It's very sad, but we want to give our love and condolences to his family. We miss Jeff. We miss all the folks who are no longer part of Rondy for whatever reason.
Check out the Rondy website to see
And
that.
there goes traffic. Here is the last team, folks. Bib number 19 coming right in. And Tommy Bird's coming out of South End, Saskatchewan, Canada. At the Mushers banquet, Tommy said he's raced every race you can think of, 300 miles to a mile. He loves racing. He's been racing 40 years. Here's Tommy. Look at that, getting his team fired up. Look at that, a little cheering.
Seconds.
Takes the whole village. All right, last team, folks.
10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go!
Tommy Bird! Day one for Rondy. There goes Tommy waving the crowd. What a classy musher there, taking the time to fist pump and wave. all the people lining the streets. So great to see the crowd back on 4th Ave. This is how Anchorage celebrates the return of the light. We have sun setting after 6 p.m. now. We have light in the morning, longer days. And the Fur Rendezvous is a long tradition going back to the 1940s of coming together in Anchorage, bringing together the best sled dogs, celebrate competitive dog racing, but really these dogs had purposes in the village to help sustain human life, move cargo, food, and mail. There goes Tommy Bird. And all the dogs are on the trail right now. So here's the scene on 4th Ave. If you're attending the Rondy, you go off to your next thing or turn on the radio. The crowd is super nice here, very friendly. There's our banner. And right here is our Fur Rondy headquarters. This is the Mushing district, where one day, with enough donations, there'll be an arch over the road here, right in downtown. And so we're super grateful. Thank you all for joining me for the first portion of today's coverage. That's official time. So those teams are off. That time has started. I'll come back with you as the teams come around Cordova on 4th. Coming back here. So I'll be back on 4th here in a few minutes. Tune into that radio station. Get those radio updates from Mike Ford and Ed Streeper on KR 590 AM CBS. Thanks for joining us.